Hey everybody, it's Michael from Chunky Peanut Butter, and today we're doing our first Let's Play of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or COD 4. I don't know what you want to call it. I call it COD 4. It's weird to say Call of Duty Modern Warfare. There's Modern Warfare 2 and then Modern Warfare 3. COD 4 was just COD 4 to me. But great game nonetheless, and that's why we decided to do it, because what better game to start off a series with on a Let's Play than the campaign for COD 4? One of my favorites, and actually the first Call of Duty that I ever played competitively online. So it was kind of a big introduction for me in the whole world of Call of Duty. Because the first one I ever played was COD 1, which I still have, which I'm kind of debating on doing a Let's Play on that, but it's a little dated, so I'm not really sure. You guys let me know down in the comments if you want me to do COD 1, then I'll do that. But I'm kind of staying away from it for right now. We wanted to start off with COD 4. And we're going to go through the entire series, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. And we are actually going to go from there to World at War. So we're going to start with the Treyarch series, World at War, Black Ops, and Black Ops 2. Because surprisingly enough, not very many people know that World at War ties into Black Ops, the original Black Ops. So I don't know how people don't know that. Because if you don't know who Reznov is, and then you haven't played World at War, I knew immediately who Reznov was once I started playing Black Ops. I had no idea that he was even going to be in the game, which is even more exciting. So, great games. I can't wait to get these campaigns done. COD 4, you start off as main character Soap McTavish. You're going into what I call the English Navy SEALs, or British Navy SEALs. It's essentially the same thing. It's the SAS. But yeah, you actually get the idea of what I mean, not realistically, but you get an idea of what it's like to be a super ultra mega soldier in the SAS, and that's what you start off in. So McTavish, he's in the SAS. You meet Captain Price. You work with this great team, and you work to fight off this evil Russian villain who's also an arms dealer who stole a bunch of stuff from Chernobyl. That's like nuclear bomb related. It's a good story. Nonetheless, that's kind of like the short gist of what's happening. But you'll see what the story is. You'll actually get an idea of what's going on. And especially since we're going to be doing the Let's Play, you're not going to miss a thing. I did cut down the, the little cutscenes and stuff because you can't monetize cutscenes that we don't own, and we're not going to keep them in there. And the cutscenes really aren't necessary. A lot of them are just kind of whatever's going on. You'll get the storyline once we tell you what's going on, and you'll know what it is. Um, Here, you start off in a training facility. It's in England, and you're going to be learning how to shoot, essentially. And one of the most helpful tips that I ever got in any Call of Duty came from this training level. So it's great. Nothing but beneficial information you're going to get from this, especially if your first time playing. Oh my god, I can't even talk today. Your first time playing Call of Duty. This is going to be one of my favorite, and probably one of your favorite maps, is just this training facility area. And a lot of people didn't know, and I didn't really know until I started just kind of screwing around after I beat the storyline. You can actually walk around to different areas in the training facility. There's a shooting range right here. There's a freaking, what do you call it, obstacle course. There's all kinds of stuff to do. I mean, it's not really official. You're not going to get any points for it. There's no if you can do this part in under 15 seconds. That's not until you get to your objective. But everything else is just kind of there. But I had no idea that you could walk out to it. And so then I started playing around in this area and started walking around. But just a great game. I hope you guys enjoy the Let's Play. And we're going to keep doing them. I'm going to do all the way through Modern Warfare 3, which I'm really excited, and then we're going to move on to Black Ops and the whole Treyarch series. So it's going to be nothing but good. It's always going to be good. So right here, yeah, this is the other obstacle course that I was trying to talk to you guys about. This is pretty much it. There's not much to really do. You just kind of run it if you want to, and there's some barbed wire to crawl in there. But I mean, hell, if you didn't know it was there, this is pretty damn awesome. So I wanted to show you guys that before we got there. One of the great things about the storyline for all the Call of Duties, which I kind of thought took a different route than most games do when they do campaign. A lot of games will have backstory that's back there, but you're not really immersed into the storyline. You're just kind of playing, and then it's whatever. But Skyrim's kind of like that. Skyrim, you're either really into the storyline, or you're just kind of grinding, or you're just going around and doing side quests. You're not really doing much. But in this game, it's kind of like you're in the movie. You're watching it essentially, but you kind of have control over the character and what the character can do. But for the most part, it's kind of like a movie. It's very streamlined. So the game's not hard by any means. It's a little frustrating at times because you'll get overwhelmed by people shooting you. You might die a lot, but by any other game standard, this game is not hard at all. Great game, really fun, great storyline. It's like a movie. If you were to cram every like great military movie in that I can even think of right now, and I don't mean literally just like military, but like shooting an action movie. If you were to throw in like Die Hard with the movie SWAT, and then like Training Day, and then I don't even know, Band of Brothers in there, but at the same time like more modern. That's kind of what this is. I don't even know how else to explain the campaign for all the Call of Duties. They're a little bit stale at times if you focus too hard on the details. If you're like, oh, it's just some action movie kind of thing, then you're not really gonna enjoy it, and that's kind of your fault for looking at it so narrowly. But if you kind of look at it as like more like a movie, then you're really not gonna get frustrated about it. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. I loved it. To be honest with you, I thought the entire series for Call of Duty, the campaign, was amazing. And that's kind of what I did. I would play the campaign, but then at the same time, I would go, maybe play online here and there. But for the most part, I won't even touch the online multiplayer until I've beaten the campaign. It's just a tradition I do. It's something that I've always done since COD 4. It was the first campaign that on an online multiplayer game that I ever actually played through. And ever since then, I can't do it. I cannot not do it, if I were to try to say that correctly. But every time I get a Call of Duty, I have to play the storyline. I don't have a choice. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's like something I force myself to do. And if I don't do it, then I feel like I missed out on a whole section of the game. And that's something that you could really enjoy. If you're only buying Call of Duty just to play the online multiplayer, then you're really not getting the full experience of what Call of Duty has to offer. They do great storylines. The graphics in the campaign is always better than the way it looks online. Online graphics are a little bit subpar in comparison to what you're going to see in the campaign. The campaign graphics with the lighting and the shadowing, the way the guns look, everything looks better. And then in the game also, you get different attachments that you don't normally have when you're playing online. So on top of everything else, I mean, it's a great storyline. I hope you guys enjoy it anyway. But this is like the first mission ever. You get to meet Captain Price and everybody else, and damn, I really honestly don't know anybody else's names because they really don't matter. And for the most part, you're really only gonna know Soap McTavish and freaking and Captain Price. You know what I didn't get? I really didn't understand is everybody's obsession with Ghost, because he was only really in one game, and then he died in that same game. I'm not really sure, and he wasn't even badass. You saw him for like 2 fucking seconds. Yeah, he became like the icon for all Modern Warfares. It was fucking stupid. And then everyone thought Ghost was going to come back in Modern Warfare 3, or that there was going to be like the storyline for Ghost. Why the fuck would it be the storyline for Ghost? Who fucking cares about Ghost? If you actually played the campaign, no one gives a fuck about Ghost. It really doesn't make any sense. But that's a whole different rant for a different video. Nonetheless, great storyline. Soap McTavish and Captain Price are really the only 2 important characters of the whole fucking game. And then you get that one, whatever the hell his name is from Modern Warfare 3 that really... Modern Warfare 3, I wasn't really that into the characters. I was like, okay, well, oh shit, Soap died. Okay, all right, whatever. But nonetheless, great storyline. Everything else is great. They really did... I wish they had done a little bit better of a job of kind of attaching you to the characters, because they really didn't go on about that. They just kind of like had the characters there. You were kind of the character in Modern Warfare 2, but you were mainly the character in COD 4. COD 4, it's like the whole time you are Soap McTavish. I really don't remember really actually switching to any other characters. You probably did. I really don't know. I don't think so, but it's possible. But nonetheless, great game. One of my favorites. One of the first games I ever played for Call of Duty and really got into, especially with the online multiplayer. So right here, this mission is kind of like a Rainbow Six style mission. You're supposed to follow everybody to the objective. You're on the ship to, find what the fuck's going on. I guess there's like a Russian arms dealer, the story is, and he's stolen or created a nuclear weapon, and I believe it's stolen because, he loses it. The ship goes down. So once the ship goes down, the nuclear device is lost. But nonetheless, whatever the reason that it's there, you're there to find out whose it is and get the manifest. You have to find the shipping manifest, and that's the whole goal. The storyline's really linear, so it's not hard at all to follow the objective. You basically run in a certain direction and you'll end up at your goal if you really have no idea what you're doing. For the most part, if you just read a couple things and listen to what the characters are saying, they'll tell you exactly what you need to do. And I mean, that's pretty much it. You're gonna go and you're gonna find some dudes, and you're gonna shoot a bunch of dudes, and then a helicopter's gonna shoot all those dudes for you. It's pretty simple. It's a great game, and it's more like watching a movie. So if you're gonna play this game and you're thinking of it as like, how come I'm not getting all this involvement like I did when I'm playing online? Don't think of it as like the same thing where you have absolute control like in online multiplayer. Think of it more as like you're watching a movie, but at the same time you're playing the main character. And that's kind of the mindset you got to have. It's a great game if you can just enjoy the story for what the story is and not delve too deep into the poking holes. You'll always meet those people or see those reviews about games where somebody's poking holes in every single bit of the storyline. And this storyline is one of those where you can poke a lot of holes into, and you can just really get irritated and like, oh, it's not really that realistic. But that's not the point. The point is like it's an action-packed game. It was revolutionary for its time, and it's fun. It's one of the most fun campaigns that I've ever played in one of the games because it's simple, it's straight to the point. You can get it over with in just a few hours. And if you're the kind of person that's more like a casual gamer, but you like Call of Duty and you don't have online or you don't like playing online, the campaign is definitely for you. In my opinion, the campaign is probably one of the best things you can play because at the same time, you get a little bit of character development. You can kind of get those favorite characters like the people who like Ghost. I don't know why, but people loved him. I think most people liked Ghost because of the mask. The mask was pretty kick-ass. Other than that, I mean, you get to play with all the guns instead of, going through the storyline and collecting the guns as the storyline goes on, or you know what I mean, or the more points you get, or killing people or getting headshots. You can basically find every gun that's in the game in the campaign with all the camos. There's actually, except for gold, I don't think I've ever found a gold anything in the game, but that doesn't mean it's not there. But I'm positive I found like a blue tiger Uzi later on in the game when I first started playing. I didn't even know what Blue Tiger was, and that's actually one of the camos that's in the online multiplayer. So overall, it's a great game. And so what you're just going to do for the most part is just follow the objectives. Read a little bit, make sure to listen to what the characters are saying so you kind of get into the storyline more. And throughout the story, you kind of feel like you're actually serving a purpose. This is like one of the few games that you can play and you actually feel like you're serving your purpose. Even though the story is going to end no matter what the same way, you still feel like, oh crap, I got to get this done as fast as possible. And it's a great game. It's cool. They tried to put team development into it, but this is more like one of those games that you can just play by yourself and you're the one-man army. It reminded me of what Medal of Honor used to be for me, because when I first played Call of Duty 1, the very first one, which I actually still have, I wasn't that into it. I liked it. It was really, really hard, and there was no regenerative health, not like in this game. But I wasn't that impressed, not until COD 4. COD 4 really kind of changed everything for me. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoy the storyline as we play through the Let's Play. We're going to go through all the Call of Duties. And thank you so much for tuning in every week. Be sure to like and subscribe the videos. Share wherever it is that you share stuff. Visit our Facebook. Go on our Twitter. We all have... we actually have our own individual Twitter accounts. So if you guys want to talk to Michael, which is me, or Stan, or Jordan, or even Chris, we all are there. We're always on there. We respond to everybody. Thank you so much. I hope you guys like the videos and continue watching. Stay tuned for the next Let's Play that's going to happen on Wednesday. And this is Michael with Chunky Peanut Butter. We will see you guys later. And definitely thank you so much. I cannot thank you guys enough. We're now at 19 subscribers, which is just huge for us. So hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do and for always just enjoying the videos and always being there. The other thing is, if there's anything that you guys want us to play, if there's any other games out there, definitely let us know. We're actually going to be picking up Ni no Kuni, which is a Ghibli Studios game that just came out recently. And then, of course, BioShock Infinite that comes out, I believe, in March. I think they extended the date. It could be February. I got to check up again. But we are going to be playing those games pretty soon. Ni no Kuni is like a new RPG, which kind of plays on the traditional PlayStation RPGs from the first PlayStation. So I hope you guys enjoy that as well. Stay tuned. Always, thank you so much for watching. And we will see you guys later. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Call out duty, call out TV 444.